Okay, so I am Simon. I'm a PhD student in computational neuroscience, brain research at the School of Computer Science and Communication. So I put this for education in parentheses just to say that it doesn't necessarily need to be for education. You know, I'm taking an educational angle on this. So I'll start with from the academic side with a study that Bloom performed in 1984 that's been known as the Bloom 2 sigma problem. It essentially compared traditional classroom education with highly personalized one-to-one tutoring. So as you could expect, the one-to-one tutoring was better, actually a lot better, 2 sigma better. So what does that mean? So it means that if you're an average student, so you're better than 50% in a traditional classroom setting, the one-to-one tutoring made you 98%, so better than 98% of the other students. So you're essentially moving from an average student to a top student. So why is it called a problem? Well, the problem lies in that you cannot have one-to-one tutoring for every single student with an expert teacher. At least not in 1984. So perhaps today, with today's technology, there is some sort of way to actually accomplish these types of things. So I do not know exactly how that should be, or what types of solutions, but I think that one thing that is at the core of creating this solution is to create technology that performs as closely to a teacher is doing and understands the subject. Basically a sort of a teacher in a box, which knows the subject as a human and as a student knows it, and which acts as a human teacher would do. Give advice when you need it, correct and point out errors. So the technology in question here is sort of a teacher in a box for mathematics. And it comes in the form of an API, so you can build it into anything you would like. And yeah. So let's watch a prototype. So here, so this is running on my tablet. And it's been combined with handwriting recognition. And I'm essentially, if I'm starting it, I'm essentially just playing around a little bit. From the very basic things, if you just fill in something and send it to the API, you will basically just get the answer out. If you fill in something that is a little bit more complex, you would get out, you would get out, just as a human would solve it step by step, knowing that you should do the multiplications first and then do the additions one by one, arriving at an answer. So for the rest of the demo, I will use equation solving for this, which is some algebra. Yeah. So if you would fit in something like some equation, then you will basically get out just a solution step by step and doing it exactly as a teacher would demonstrate to you how you would do it. If you do something more complex, yeah, it continues step by step. And I think the last example is of something that's even more complex. So you understand what this is in here. It's something that understands the subject as you understand the subject, or are supposed to understand the subject after you have taken the course or whatever. Yeah, and then it continues. Okay, so the next thing I said that I think that's very important is that we wanted to act as a teacher would do as well. So just in the next example here, so once you have all this knowledge into the system, and now it's equation solving, could be other areas of mathematics as well. they can use it quite easily. So here I'm supposed to solve this equation that you can see up here. So I start, and at this stage I'm not really sure what to do. So I need some advice from my teacher or whatever. So it identifies what I'm trying to do, and essentially in this case it just gave me, okay, what's the next step in this? What are you supposed to do? It could of course be something completely different, not a straight hint. So with my newly found knowledge, I continue my solving the equation. And in the final here, I arrive at my final answer, and I'm sure about this, so I send it to the system to see how it looks. And as you can see, the first 3 steps seem to be pretty okay. I didn't do one of the steps there, and I arrived at the wrong answer, so maybe half a point or something, I don't know. So you also see here that what you essentially have is something which knows the subject as a human would know the subject and can use this knowledge as you would expect a teacher to use. So to summarize these things, I started out by saying that these types of educational technology has the potential to greatly improve this, which is a massive industry, educational industry. I believe that this is the time when this is going to be changed, transformed. I present this technology which is trying to mimic a human teacher. It knows the subject, it can use the subject and act as a teacher. And I just want to say a few words about adaptiveness of this system, because I didn't show it really, but you could use it for very many different cases. So, for example, in the educational case, you could also use it for the other sciences, physics, chemistry. But it could also be other areas which has nothing to do with mathematics, things as mimicking of human behavior and reasoning. So whatever you think about that, maybe you have some ideas, something you would, maybe this could be suitable for it, you're free to contact me, and it doesn't necessarily need to be in the form of the Innovation Challenge. Just if you have something on your mind, feel free to contact me. So thanks for your attention.